Hello, hello, hello.
We started exactly the same every
Always.
time. Hi, everyone.
What's going on?
Hope everyone's doing well. Happy hump day for us
Happy hump day.
and happy Friday for you. Want to chat?
Yeah, sure. There's always some weird guys saying weird stuff about Wednesday being hump day on my Facebook.
Really?
Yeah.
What did I say?
They're pretty crass.
Oh,
They're crass.
because it's hump.
Yeah.
That's funny. Actually, speaking of Facebook, this week I got so many memories pop up on my Facebook.
I think it was because it was our anniversary.
And then when you proposed to me, it was that anniversary.
Oh, yeah. It's all pretty close.
Yeah.
They're way off on their timing.
Who?
Facebook.
No, they're not.
No, they are. Because some of the stuff that I see, they're like, your memory from 2 years ago.
Oh, because you
Wasn't even 2
reposted
years
it
ago.
2 years ago. So they think it's that.
They're not smart.
No, like if you repost, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, my hair is
Yeah.
whack right now. Look at this.
It's totally fine.
I can't get comfortable.
Yeah, you're moving a lot.
So annoyed right now.
You want me to move a little?
No, you're good. You're good.
Like that?
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about how old we are. And I don't mean the number.
Our asses are
How we
getting up
feel.
there.
How we feel on the inside. You know what? At least you had your young years where you went buck wild. You know what I mean?
Tina was well beyond her years in her early 20s. Teens.
Yeah, I've never really been a partier. I would do a lot of activities back to back and never get tired. But now it's like we do one thing and we're like, yo, I'm out. I can't. And I think this happened on our 3rd year dating anniversary. Remember we slept in front of
Where was this?
in downtown Toronto. We just slept on the grass at the edge of.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that Niagara Falls?
No, Toronto downtown. Niagara Falls.
Oh, yeah. Downtown, Nathan Phillips Square.
Yeah, we went to the mall or we went to Toronto Island?
We went to Toronto Island and we were trying to keep it going, keep the party going. We're like, yeah, we're in Toronto. Let's just do more stuff. We'll go to dinner.
This and that.
We just literally laid on a patch of grass.
Yeah, at the edge of the street, like homeless people.
We probably took a homeless guy's bed.
Yeah, we did.
He probably walked by and he's like, these guys aren't going to last. There's no way.
Yeah, and we just took a nap there.
Yeah.
That's so funny. And then we're like, okay, I think it's time to go home. Let's not push ourselves.
Yeah.
We're getting old, man.
We're getting old. I feel it in my joints.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't think that our parents felt old at our age. They were up and about all the time. They were doing so much.
I don't know. I think it's just because maybe they didn't have much to do. So they had to do something to stay entertained. We have entertainment at our fingertips.
Yeah, it's true. We can watch any movie, any show, especially
Anytime.
James has...
I started Top Boy fam.
Well, no, I was going to say that you...
I thought you were going to bring that up.
No, I was going to say you
oh.
have all the streaming things. You're subscribed to all the streaming apps.
I should literally be sponsored.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Because everything goes dry. You have Netflix and you can go through Netflix in a month and there'll be nothing to watch.
That means you have a lot of time on your hands.
Okay. I love watching. How do I watch so many movies? Actually, I watch them over time because I pass out.
Yeah, it takes you a week to watch one movie.
Yeah, but I've gone so deep into Netflix that I've gone through all the good Korean ones.
But it renews.
All the Indonesian ones. German ones, Danish, Scandinavian noir. I've hit it all.
Weird Russian
British
show.
Weird Russian. Russian, I'll never probably not give it a chance. It was so weird.
Yeah.
The show I watched was so weird. I didn't understand it.
We're such bad podcasters. Today we thought to talk about we didn't even explain, but kind of, I guess.
Oh, we're talking about how old we are. We just get sidetracked.
Yeah. But
it's not
how old we are in terms of oh, I'm 35, I'm 34 and whatever. It's how like from the things that we do compared to this generation. We feel old, and then how tired we feel
Yeah,
after
like that
certain
difference.
things.
I was thinking about this when I was telling Tina, the music. Music is like the biggest indication, I think, that you're getting
Hmm.
old.
Yeah.
When
When you start hating the like new music, then you know you're old.
yeah, and I feel like I don't know, I've betrayed myself by liking some of the newer stuff. You know, it
Shame.
feels like I'm
You
like,
sold out
yeah,
like
like
an artist that sells out.
yeah, because it's so funny because like all the old guys, you know, like so I love like old school hip hop. So
Who doesn't? Right?
yeah,
Are
I'm
there
probably
people
sure
who,
there's a lot. But
yeah.
I grew up on everything. I grew up on classic rock, alternative, that alternative phase in the 90s. That was weird. What were some of those songs?
That we were listening to
Yeah, like the
recently?
90s ones, like the
I don't
Our
know.
Lady Peace one. Yeah, you do. Gwen Stefani. She
Oh, I
was like
guess
'90s
I listened to them
or
way
2000s,
later
early 2000s. Yeah, true, true.
because my cousin Soma's introduced me to No Doubt and like Gwen Stefani. So I knew Gwen Stefani from her Banana, Bana,
Oh yeah,
banana,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
from that song. But before then, I wasn't here in the 90s. So yeah, I didn't listen to English music.
Yeah, like I think so many people. I think alternative music, like Creed, Nickelback,
Mm,
Three Doors Down, like these,
Nickel.
Nickelback. Yeah, jeez, these all these artists like popped off and were like everybody loved them. Like hip hop now, it's like it took over the whole market, like how hip hop is now.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
Yeah.
actually music. That's the difference.
But
The-
that's also us being old because we're like back in my days we used to have real music, but like
I don't know. I find it funny. Like some of the stuff I hear and I see these kids singing and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, I swear, like a 6-year-old child could write this.
yeah, I
You
don't think
know,
it's
like
about poetry anymore or like the vocabulary and the
it
meaning.
did. You're right. It did change towards being a vibe
Yeah.
because that was the one thing that I did like in the transition that hip hop was changing and it
Mm-hmm.
was getting newer. Even if the track lyrically sucks, like is garbage, it's still the beat is bumping.
Yeah.
Like it's still really, really good.
Yeah, it's so true. Like
I
I
find,
used to
anyways.
listen to music from early 2000s up until 2000 and I would say 11, 12. I listen to music like everybody else, like yourself who's listening, like a normal person, you know? And even at my teenage years, I would listen to music in my room and I would pretend it was I was the singer, especially Shakira, because
Oh yeah,
I would have curly hair and I
man. I
knew
did.
her moves. So, like, I felt like I was her.
Hmm.
Also, J-Lo, Rihanna, the early Rihanna I liked a lot better. Anyway, but all of a sudden, maybe this is again age because music in general, doesn't matter what,
Yeah,
it just annoys me.
yeah, that's true. You get annoyed after a while, like the
I just
same.
like can't like when I'm in my car, I don't listen to anything. Radio off, music, nothing. Maybe podcasts now.
Yeah,
Since I've
I would
gotten
say
into
that.
podcasts for the last like several
You were on
years.
Case Files for a while.
Yeah, case files and like all the crime
She was going down some
podcasts.
dark rabbit holes
Yeah. I remember driving
right
into
before
work.
work too.
Yeah. I would drive into work and I still had time, so I would drive more so I can listen to the rest of the interview and stories and stuff. But now even then it's like it has to be a really good podcast for my attention to be like grabbed. Otherwise, I rather just like not have it. It's so strange. If you guys know why, maybe I should look into that cuz that's not normal.
I think it's normal. I think it's just preference.
It's like why
Maybe
can't I
you're.
vibe to music anymore? I have to force myself to listen to music.
Yeah,
Even like old music. Remember I started playing music because we were
yeah.
just driving back from Toronto. James got sleepy. I took over. I'm driving and obviously he's asleep. So I get bored and I put on some No Doubt, I think. And like Lana Del Rey.
But
I
why did
like
you put on
Amy
music
Winehouse.
at that time?
Because no one is talking to me.
But you drive by yourself with no music all the time.
I know, but I was getting sleepy too.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it keeps you up.
I guess. I was just trying
You were
anything.
trying- you were-
And then I was like, yeah, I liked it. Oh, cool. I was like, memories. It just kind of brought back memories because it was older songs. But then I just got annoyed after a couple of songs, especially
Yeah.
after your lady, because you woke up and you're like, play. I was
Our
like, what
Lady
do you
Peace.
want? What do you want to listen to? And after like a couple of songs that I said, he was like, Our Lady Peace,
Clumsy.
clumsy. And
But
the
I didn't
guy's like,
even.
if you're drowning, I will watch you and laugh. I was like,
It's not that. It's something similar.
it is. He's like, that guy has been hurt. I'm like, no doubt.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, I
Anyway,
didn't. That song, I killed the vibe big time.
yeah, and then I turned it off. I
Yeah,
was
because
like,
honestly, I couldn't think of anything.
no, I know.
I was on the
It's
spot, you know?
like, remember that one song that you played with the guitar and it was just a melody?
Yeah, yeah.
That's nice. I'll listen to that. But even then, after like two times of listening to it back to back, I'm like, I don't want to listen anymore.
Yeah, because I get that. I go through phases where I just can't listen to music.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know if you know what's wrong with me. That would be great. Thank you so much.
I think we just, I think as we get older, we just preference change. I know that for a
Yeah.
while, I used to listen to, you got me on this actually,
Mhm.
CBC radio.
Oh, it's just the boring ass.
Boring ass talk radio. I was on that. I put it on the other day and I was like, yo, this is sick. I missed it. And it was like, they talk about such random stuff.
Yeah, like gardening or
Yo,
like.
they were actually talking about there's a virus in India right now that's like killing a bunch of people.
Oh no.
It's like something, it's completely different than,
COVID?
yeah, it's something totally different. Apparently that's been around
Scary.
for a while, but I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah. Like I like listening to the news, but then during COVID, I stopped even listening to the news because then it was just like too stressful. Because
Same thing.
every day, 200 people today,
New cases.
300 new cases.
Shut
It's
up.
like,
I feel like
it was stressing me out.
COVID definitely took 2 years off everybody's life.
Yeah,
I'd say 3
more.
years.
Yeah, definitely. But you're saying you go through phases. Like it's not a phase for me. I don't listen to it. It's been like a decade.
Mm.
And like I feel like after like our wedding music, I picked most of it, wouldn't you say? Like for ambiance and stuff.
Yeah.
For the dance party and stuff, we have the same taste. So like I love old school hip hop, like any kind of music.
Yeah, we
I'm
have
not picky.
very similar taste when it comes to that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. It's not like a normal person who's going through a phase. I think something is wrong in my head. That's why I'm like,
Yeah, maybe something annoyed you with it and then it just stuck.
yeah. Because I used to love it. Just like everyone else. It's like
It's the best, listening to music in a car driving.
or like people work out and listen to music.
I don't work out and listen to music. I can't. I hate it. I
Oh
hate
my
it. I
God.
can't do it.
I would rather, I mean, this is dramatic, but die.
Whoa. You'd rather
just
die
so
than listen to
annoying.
music working out?
Yeah, both of them sound very annoying. Working out and music? No thanks. Look at this guy checking himself out in the monitor.
Honestly, my hat's like look at it in the monitor. It looks so weird. It's like
Not
like
at all.
cockeyed. Cockeyed.
Chameleon.
That's an old ass phrase.
Speaking of being old, what does that mean?
It's all cockeyed.
So yeah, I guess when your music taste kind of changes and like the new music annoys you, take me out of the story.
Yeah. The new when the new music, exactly what you're saying, when the new music annoys you, that means you've reached a barrier of aging.
Yeah, for sure.
You're on the downslope. Things are gonna get way worse.
I don't know. I would say there was a fuzz in the air, by the way. That's what I got. I would say you're maturing. Because like when you're a kid, you can listen to any lyrics and it's like so deep. You know?
It hits
like,
you. Yeah.
This is about me, you know? Now it's like I listened to the Barbie song by Billie Eilish. And like the beginning of it really like I felt it, you know? And then she said some things that don't go with my feelings. I was like, nah, I turned it off. It's like you're more realistic, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the whole entire song has to speak to you.
Yeah.
100% accuracy.
So what else is there?
You know what I love about these little shits growing up these days? Is they're all so unified.
Yeah.
You know, when I grew up, like
all races.
all races, you see all all cultures just chilling.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not in the high school now, so there's probably still beefs between people, but
Yeah, and racism.
more and more, especially like in areas that I work in, I look like when I'm on a roof or something, I see kids walking home from school.
Yeah.
You see like all different cultures, you know?
And they get along, and they
Skin
like
colors.
understand each other's
Yeah, they're
cultures.
laughing, joking.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it's cool.
during
I
our
love that.
time, I mean, my high school was mixed. It was very multicultural. Yours probably wasn't.
Mine was just white guys and me. And then there was maybe two other black guys that were Jamaican.
Nice.
And that was in my high school.
Were you friends
Public
with
schools,
them?
it was just me.
Were you friends with those guys?
Oh
Jamaican
yeah,
guys?
we were tight. We were tight.
Isn't it funny
were
how
tight.
like like you
You
find
assimilate,
people who
yeah.
are kind of the same as you, even if it's just skin color or race, and then you like stick together?
But it's, you know what it is? It's because you can relate to certain things, like even just like washing your hair, cutting your hair.
For
You know,
sure.
that's like a common ground. You know what I mean?
Like your barber is different.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere.
But then it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, like Travis,
Yeah.
my longest friend that I've ever had, one of my very, very close friends, we met because the teacher told me, I was a little like, I did a lot of drugs when I was a kid. So I would always come to school like high. So I would be past, like ready to go to sleep by the time first class came.
First class?
Yeah, because I
When
would.
did you wake up?
Well, I'd wake up at like 5. We had to catch the bus. We live in the country, so we'd have to catch the
my
bus for like
God.
7, and the bus would get there at like 8:15. Okay.
So to walk there to this point.
No, it came close to our house, but we had to wake up to get on the bus so early. So I would just wake up at 5:45, shower, get changed, and they call it wake and bake. So I would smoke all the way until it was time to go to school.
Where did you get these drugs?
Well, my dad grew.
Grew drugs.
He
Oh,
grew. It
grew
was weed. Yeah. So I would smoke all the way until it was time to go. Then I'd have that burnout in class. And my teacher said to me, he's like, man, he smoked weed for sure.
The teacher.
100%. This guy was teaching like culture and food.
Ooh,
You know, it was a sick
class.
class. When I paid attention, I was like, yo, this is dope.
When
Shout
you
out
were-
to you, Mr. Klassen. If you ever come across this,
Mr.
you were a
Klassen?
fair guy. Yeah.
Cool name. Cool
Yeah. So
method.
he told me, he's like, listen, man, you got to at least stay awake in this, because his class was so easy.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, you at least got to stay awake if you want me to pass you. And I was like, okay. And then I look to my left and I see Travis, and he has a Walkman,
Yeah.
like old Sony Discman, the Shockwave ones, you know, the cool ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, yo, what do you got on there? He's like, it's hip hop, man. I was like, say no more. I took it, listened to it, and I was like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how we became friends.
I don't think I would have been your friend in high school.
Definitely not. I was such a
I would have been like
conceited.
like this. Look.
Yeah. I would have been coming after you too.
I would have been scared.
No, I'm a nice guy.
No, I was scared of everyone. Especially guys.
I would have got you. I would have got to you. I would have got to you, man. We would have at least been friends. For sure.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Knowing how savage I used to be.
Yeah, for
To
sure.
guys.
I was pretty chill. Like I was still growing up though. Like I was more mature than most of the kids in my school.
Mm-hmm.
In grade 10 or grade 11, even the people who stayed back,
Yeah.
because I was like roughing it out. I had responsibilities at that age and
Yeah,
had to
you
work.
were trying to like be an adult and be a kid at the same time.
Yeah, so I matured. All my friends were like 27, 25 years old. None of them went to high school.
That's strange for those guys to hang out with you.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But we got on because I could relate to them.
You were
I was
minor?
basically doing for like a year and a half, I guess.
That's weird.
No, when you're 18, I guess you're not a minor anymore, right?
No. You're not.
Yeah, 18. So yeah, I was like,
But realistically, your brain is like still very young.
but it wasn't, because I was literally doing the same things they were. I just had to add high school to it.
Crazy,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's crazy.
So I wasn't any different than them.
Yeah, and what I meant when I said I was a savage to guys, it's because I had like no chill. I didn't really care about guys growing up.
Grew up with two brothers.
Grew up with two brothers and my family. I got more than enough, I think, love to not want attention from guys.
Mm-hmm.
So all I wanted to do was hang out with my girlfriends.
Damn, I wanted attention from everybody.
The way and how different we grew up. Like, what the hell is wake and bake?
Wake and bake.
It sounds like one of those ovens when you're a kid. You get.
Oh, the easy bake oven?
Which you did get.
Yeah, I did
That's
get.
Funny.
Man.
Yeah, we grew up so differently.
We
But I
did,
didn't date. Like, I didn't date in high school and even university. Didn't care. Guys were like, just like,
I was like a pretty.
And you were like freaking on a swing in grade 1 like this with a
no.
girl.
That was grade 4. We were double riding. Double riding.
That's so funny.
You know, I was.
Because it's so innocent, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You
It
know
was
what I
like
mean?
big deal though, too.
Of
Our
course.
hearts would be racing. Oh, like,
That's so
get off. All you're
cute.
thinking about is like that time on the swing.
Ooh.
Yo, that shit. No, like, because it was like, it's like so, like, it's stimulating. Like in your brain, that's all you can think about. It takes over.
Maybe
Think
for
about
guys.
being a kid. Yeah, probably. The girl. Yeah, that's so true. Because freaking Lisa, stupid ass Lisa, she went and the next, like,
She went with the
next
next
day,
guy?
she's on the swing with Brett. Brett was like my arch nemesis.
So
hated
you
this
weren't
guy.
allowed. Like if you did that, you were not like you're my girlfriend. You
You're
only
my
ride
girl.
with me.
Yeah,
Doesn't work like that.
she got me. She got me.
She wanted to have a little taste of every swing.
The playgrounds were hard, you know? It was
That's funny.
tough.
But I
man.
think some people are just naturally like that, like with those kind of thoughts, and then others, like myself and my group of friends, it wasn't just something we thought about. You know what I mean? There's so much
Yeah.
other things we would think about and laugh about and joke about. Yeah, other girls would talk about their crushes, or we had crushes too, but it was never like taken over your mind or life. I just think we were like into
I don't know.
nothing. Into
It was
like it was
honestly,
like whatever.
it was the only thing. It was like something to look forward to at school.
Of course, yeah, of
That's
course.
what I mean. I wasn't like
No, I know.
Lisa, like,
Yeah, I know
in
what
like
you
a
mean.
trance.
Yeah. No, that's normal. I think that's a normal
It was a
thing.
normal kid stuff. Right?
That's so funny. But now you see, like, you look at teenage girls and boys, they look like adults. They even act like adults. I feel like they're more mature than we were.
These kids, yeah,
Mature, more like
I think they are. But listen,
responsible in a way. Like they know what they want to do with their life. There's so much at their fingertips, you know?
yeah. Well, they're exposed to more, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say they have a higher maturity level. I don't know if
Obviously
we're just
everybody.
we're like
Just our
speculating,
opinion.
right? Yeah, our observation
From our like people around us, yeah.
from our little to no research. But this my one friend, his brother's dating a girl and she's a lot younger than him, right? He's our age and she's like in her early 20s, like mid 20s or something like that. Anyways, there's an age gap, right?
Strange.
And she's like apparently very mature
Makes
and
sense.
she doesn't relate to her friends.
Oh,
But they had a party, like a birthday party, and she invited a bunch of her friends over. And my friend was saying how like timid they were because like it's all like there's that big age gap. Like there's a difference, you know.
you said he's our age, and she's
He's
in her-
younger. He's like 32 or 33.
So a 10-year difference.
Yeah,
It's huge.
8 to 10,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So her
For
friends
that
were
age
like,
is a lot. Let's say 30 to 40, not that big of a difference, I would say, right?
no, that's normal because you've been
Yeah.
through life.
Yeah, but 20-year-olds
Even after you're like mid 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I mean late 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Funny.
he said it was just kind of funny. He's like, I got sick of telling these kids like, yo, it's okay.
Oh, well, they were respectful.
He
That's
said
a
that
different thing
they
about our
didn't-
generation. And
No,
theirs.
they're not respectful. He didn't. He said they're just timid. There's a difference between being timid and respectful. Like respectful is like you show confidence. Like he's like these kids had no confidence. Like
Aw.
because it was just the difference between age. But put them with their friends
I'm
or
sure
kids
they're
their age,
rowdier. Yeah.
rowdy. Yeah.
That's so funny.
You know?
So yeah, I think you're right. There's more multicultural and like mixed and support within friend groups and just the environment in general compared to our time. I'm sure there's still racism, but kids these days are way better than how they used to be at our time, for sure.
I feel like racism, like I know in general, I feel like it's a little better. Overall, I would
For
say.
sure, with the new generation, yeah.
Yeah,
Percentage
even not even the new generation, even with the old generations.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I feel like some people I feel like a lot of people just kind of went along with it.
Mhm.
Like think about me in high school. Think about all the kids that I went to school with in those weird small town schools where it's basically a hockey team. Those were all the guys, and then the girls were their
Did
sisters
you get called like
playing hockey
bad
too.
words?
Oh yeah, they called me the M-bomb all the time, all
No
day.
way.
Yeah, or freaking fish lips because my lips were so, which made no sense.
Now they're putting filler up in their lips.
Yeah, trying to catch a tan.
Yeah.
You know.
But
So
yeah,
what
that's
I'm
so
gonna say.
yeah.
So I think when I'm with think about those kids, they're my age now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would have had to grow out of that because they were doing that like relentlessly.
Hopefully.
Well, think about it. Unless they went to a city where that like really didn't fly as much and they kind of caught the back end of being racist and then getting slapped for it, not having people back them up.
Yeah.
Then they might have changed
Or canceled.
or just got worse or canceled, whatever.
Yeah.
But like that whole, they'd have to grow up and then change and understand. It's such a weird. Racism is the dumbest thing.
Yeah, it is.
Like you're an idiot.
It's a waste
if you
of
think
time.
the color of somebody dictates who they are, where they come from.
What they look like.
Did you hear how I said that? I was like, where? Or where they.
That's another old thing old people do.
Yo, man, I don't know where that came from. That came out of nowhere.
Because when we listen to some older people, they're like, what?
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 What were you talking about?
Where are you going?
What in the same hell?
Yeah. Good point. What's another reason why we're old? How
Time.
easily we get... How time is going by so fast.
Time's going by.
Truly, since I started work last week, time has stopped. Let me tell you something.
Yeah. I think...
I feel like it's not, even me and some of my coworkers and friends at work, we were like, this is the second week of being back to work at school. And it's like, it's just Wednesday. This is just the second week.
Man, I love my job for that. The only time I look at it at my watch is to just make sure that I have enough time to finish.
Yeah. Or like be at your next
or
appointment
be
or
to
something.
the next appointment. So it's nice that, because I know the pain of watching the clock. Alberta was the worst for that.
Oh my God, because it was 12 hours. I would, again, die.
Yeah, it's
a lot of situations
definitely
can
not
make me
for,
perish.
For everybody. Yeah. A lot of
it's like, those sensitive flowers that it's like literally a gust of wind can like hit them and they're like, that's me.
Yeah, I have to deal with those at work, man. My flowers.
Oh, okay,
frick,
around
man.
their house?
Yeah, like a little piece of like
They're
sliver falls on it and it pairs. I'm like,
I understand. After I did gardening this year, I get it.
man, we try so hard.
What?
To save those gardens.
Of course.
Sometimes. I love when people are like, I don't care.
Just go for it. You're like,
oh. And those are the times sometimes that they end up being so well protected. Nothing hits them and we do not care.
It's always like that. Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law. What is it?
Goes opposite.
Just goes opposite?
Like you want something, like I want to throw this pen or whatever.
Oh, what is the Murphy's Law?
I'm telling you. You want to do something like on purpose and it doesn't happen. And then when you don't want to do it, it happens.
Okay, I know what Murphy's Law is, but I want to know the one you're referring to.
That's the one I'm talking about. Because you want to protect the flowers and they fall on it.
Yeah.
But then you don't care to protect it and nothing happens to the garden.
Oh, okay.
He's not listening.
I'm reading it. I'm trying to read it. No, I get it.
I guess we'll all wait.
I get what you're saying. No. What? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So then there's like a bunch of like side tracks of that. I'm not trying to prove you wrong. I
You
just want to
didn't know what it is.
Yeah, I just want to know what the one specific, like what it is. Cause I always find these like phrases, they're so like simple, but they mean so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're so impactful.
Okay.
It wasn't very deep. I just felt like looking that up.
Yeah. Right in the middle of our podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, pick up on the next topic that you want to talk about.
Man, you keep dishing this over to me. You keep dishing this over to me.
The vibe.
Man, I've been talking. I was going to say something. What I've noticed, actually, you know what? Maybe this is just with the core group of people that I've been with, is that when I became a Christian, I was like super Christian. I was with a very enthusiastic group, and they were very passionate, and we were very strict. Okay. Behind closed doors, not so much, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm not saying, but I was trying.
I mean, a lot of people are just trying their best, right?
Yeah. Anyway, so like drinking was a huge thing.
Like not to drink.
Not to drink. Like, you know, it says you shouldn't be drunk with wine and be past the point where you're compromised, your integrity is compromised. So basically now so many of the people that I know that were like really hard on me, because I would still like go out and drink because I was drinking at such a young age. They all drink now. They all drink, and they like normal, openly, like it's a whole community. They all drink. Yeah. I'm like, man, and you know what? It pisses me off because it's like, why don't you say sorry to the people that you were like
judging so much?
Yeah, like so rude to and so hard on. God doesn't want this for you. Blah blah blah.
That's true. None of them have. Man. None of them has said anything to you.
Yeah, they just do it.
Sorry, I was so hard on you on drinking. Like, you could have responsibly drank, but you weren't. You didn't. Maybe that's what.
No, I drank the same as everybody else. Like there's no difference. Like I wasn't an alcoholic.
No, I mean like you would get drunk and.
But so would they, and that's what they do now. Like some people get buzzed and some people get drunk. I was already controlling my alcohol pretty good. On average, not every time.
You were young.
By the time I was like 19. Because I could. I started drinking at 14. You know?
Wow. So bad for your liver?
Yeah, but I wasn't drinking like every day. You know? Those people, I don't know. I wonder how people's livers do when they drink beer every day.
Not good. It's probably tired.
Yeah, no doubt. If they drink like 2 beers a day, 3 beers a day, I wonder how bad that is. Some people drink 6 every day.
Yeah, on Sunday we were in Toronto. We went out for breakfast, and then we started walking around on Queen Street, and literally I saw like 5 it was like Canadian dudes with a 6-pack, and I was like, have you noticed like how many guys we've seen in a row with a 6-pack beer?
Yeah, and we were like,
going home.
Not that guy. Because he had like a bunch of other stuff in his hand, and then she's like, "No, his other hand has a 6-pack."
Yeah, he had like milk and like groceries, and then on his hand he had a 6-pack.
I was like, there must be a game on.
Yeah, so they're all going to, and it was like what 11,
yeah.
Because we ate pretty quick.
That's a common theme, though. That's like a culture here.
Yeah, it's the culture.
It's like drinking,
watching the game.
Yeah, watch the game, have some beers.
I mean, you know, if you're balanced in your life and it's not affecting it, but unfortunately that's not how it is, right?
Yeah,
like think about the times where you were like not coherent, you know.
Oh yeah,
those are the reasons why it's not good for you, or religions come out and say don't do it because it impairs you, right?
Yeah,
in so many ways. And then some people drive on it and then they ruin another person's life, and it's just like
yeah, it's tough.
I've never gotten into drinking, never really cared to even try it. Get drunk, I don't care. I don't have to be drunk to have fun.
That's such a good place to be in, though.
In life, yeah. For sure. But I don't know, sometimes I feel like I can come across as like not relatable because I was very different and still am compared to so many people here. But it doesn't really matter to me.
What about people like
I don't care.
what about other Persians?
No, I don't think they're the same as me, but I'm sure there are many who are the same as me.
Yeah. I mean,
Not even
you are pretty
Persians.
rare. You are pretty rare for the fact that you haven't really touched. The only stuff you've
Anything.
ever touched is me saying, "Here, try this.
Yeah, and
See if you
even
like
then,
it."
like what percentage of that have I tried? Like I took a sip of like a maybe beer and it's just so gross.
Man, a nice
And the
strong
smell
beer
of
is
beer,
nice.
it's like an old
Yeah.
man.
What do you think smells better, beer or kebab? The day after kebab.
Kebab smells like straight up gas, like fart.
Goose.
Beer for
Chos.
beer for beer doesn't smell like bad inside the cup. It's fine.
What about on someone's
In
breath?
someone's breath is a no. Kebab all the way.
Okay. Beer in someone's breath versus kebab on someone's shirt the day after.
Kebab. Because then I'm like, oh, kebab.
It's a nostalgic thing. For
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Exactly. So what about religion? Like, where were you trying to?
I was just saying how it's like, it just
Oh,
changes, you know, like,
They're
like
more easygoing.
yeah, like people evolve or they get more strict. It's just for me, like that group as we got older, they got way more lenient.
For sure.
Way more lenient.
And like in a way that like they were acting like they were always like this. All of a sudden at all their weddings there was alcohol.
Yeah.
And we were like,
Just popped off.
because I used to hear these stories from you, like that you would get in trouble because you were living with them. But
Yeah,
it's like
and then-
at their wedding they had alcohol
Yeah.
and people were drunk.
Oh yeah. People get drunk for sure.
We didn't have alcohol at our wedding. We didn't even have it like served. People were still drunk. They brought it to the parking lot and had their fun, which we're totally fine with.
Yeah, definitely.
No problem.
They
with
know the
us.
hustle.
Yeah. Like some people only have fun that way, right? They have more fun, I should say. They can let loose and dance and like,
Yeah.
you know.
It is like I can relate to them because I've been there. It's fun,
Mhm.
especially when you're with all your friends. You know, it can be fun. Like it's a good time, but it's like such a fine line between that balance.
Yeah, no one
Like
has
it can just go bad quick.
Did you hear
You
what I
know?
said?
Yeah, no one has
No
it.
one has it.
Yeah.
There's always a bad drunk in a group.
There's always one
Just ruining it for everyone
passing
else.
out in
Yeah.
places you don't want them to because you got to carry them now.
I was always the DD, designated driver. Even going out when we were friends and he would drink. I would drive even your car, drive everyone home and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna let them drive and they weren't gonna drive anyways. But it's so funny, but also so annoying dealing with drunk people.
Oh, it's the worst.
Even at the young age,
It's
it
the
wasn't funny
worst.
for me. I was like, nah, close the door, man. And there were so many people in your trunk, remember? Was it Lincoln?
Was it two people?
Yeah, Lincoln and the other guy. I've never
Yeah.
met him until that night.
That guy was so funny. What a champ.
And Lincoln, rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
He's
Lincoln.
passed away, yeah.
He's a good
Young,
guy.
too. Yeah,
Good,
very
good guy.
Yeah.
R.I.P. my man.
Yeah, so definitely maybe people's tolerance have changed towards like these type of expectations.
Yeah.
And of course there are some communities who are still strict with that.
Yeah.
I think it's such a personal
think-
thing.
Yeah, I think it's personal. And I mean, I'm just saying that because that's a personal experience that I've seen
Yeah.
as I've gotten older, because this is about us and only us. So screw off.
We are the center of the universe.
That's it. Yeah.
I
We
like
are
to
the-
hear your bad comments about that.
We are the eye of the storm. Yeah. Bring it on. Yeah. This guy, man, what a freaking Gerber.
We don't know if it's a guy.
His profile pic's a dude. So I'm going to assume he's a dude.
Is it a real person's picture, you think?
No, it's like it's not a real person's picture. Whoever it is.
Yeah.
He
We're gonna
spoke.
say guy.
He spoke like he's from North America.
Yeah, it's true. He did. Very misogynistic.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if it was a female who said this stuff, because that's pretty jokes.
I
if
don't
you're a
think so.
female.
I would say that, yeah, it was definitely a guy. You from
Maybe
the
they're
tone you can
non-binary.
tell.
Maybe they're non-binary, but
Maybe.
I feel
Doesn't
like they're
matter.
not as aggressive.
I don't think so either.
I think they would say shit like that.
Yeah. And you know what? If you are that person and you're watching, I hope we change your mind, you know? And it's okay. Your opinion matters, but only to you, not really to us.
You deserve to live in a garbage can with
Rotten snails.
Yeah, you garbage person.
This is a inside joke from a show we watch called New Girl.
Yeah, and he says it right about says it to his girlfriend's sister, right to her face.
Yeah, and the sister is there too.
Yeah, right to her face. Yeah, so funny.
So funny.
All right, so the next thing that I will say,
And last one.
there's a big difference. It's like all these young guys, I can't call them.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to text them. Like, man, I don't want to go into like a freaking text.
It's a boomer thing
chain,
to call.
like, I just want to make the phone call, get everything out in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Run it through. Peace.
Yeah, like I don't want to text you all day to see if we're gonna meet at 4.
Yeah, pick up your damn phone. Like, just pick it up.
You guys don't. The
the
youngsters.
Yeah, these young bucks. Yo, just send me a text, bro.
I would get it if it's like
a
romantic relationship. Like, cool, because you're like talking to the person.
But when you're trying to coordinate, like, just pick up your phone. Like, trying to coordinate through text is just annoying. Unless you're sending a direction or a time to be there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
True. Yeah. I agree. Texting is a waste of time. But we do it all.
Yeah, it is a waste of time. It's a waste of time when you're waiting. Go ahead.
I think once you, like with our age group, when we want something done, we just call each other.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
We don't text each other. But like there are TikToks about us boomers basically like wanting to make a phone call rather than texting. And it's like, it's almost offensive to the young people. They're like, why are you calling me, you know?
Why?
It's like, how dare you call me and interrupt my Instagram time? How dare you interrupt my
I want to see this TikTok because that's retarded.
Yeah, a few years ago it came out. So it's been a while. It's like the audacity of boomers calling us instead of texting or something.
Yeah.
Even at work, I feel like COVID did that. COVID. Hey, that's a name. Yeah. Like really? David. No, it can be. I mean, yeah, COVID did that. I feel like we became more like isolated in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Especially people who worked from home, like every day for 2 years.
I think FaceTime blew up though on COVID.
Yeah, I was on FaceTime like 8 hours a day during COVID. Remember with Tara and Soma?
Oh, all day.
All day.
All day.
We felt like we were together all the time.
So funny. Yeah. It's pretty cute, actually.
We would even dress alike sometimes. We're like, okay, tomorrow we'll all wear purple.
That's so cool that you have friends like that.
Yeah.
You guys kind of all on the same page.
Yeah, for sure.
You do that?
It's important.
Yeah, I hate getting into text. Even like some of my clients, like I try to call them and they just don't answer, but they'll text me. And then like the text is just getting so messed up. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I'm getting like so mad and pissed off, but they just don't get it.
You know? Like, you know how like
yeah,
it's like, no, you told me to meet at 6. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, I said 6:30. And then it's like, well, here's the text.
Yeah, that's cool, but something, yeah. But when they're trying to explain stuff to me.
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
You can't explain something that's happening. Through text. You have to call. Yeah. Most people do, but I've had it a few times where people try to text me this whole diagnosis that they have on an issue, and I'm like, I call them, and then it's like, 2-minute conversation.
Yeah, crazy.
So weird. That's a man.
We
that's
are getting
offensive.
old.
That's offensive if that's like a boomer thing.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, I've seen it.
Screw you guys. Whoever says that, screw you, man, and woman. Screw you, man, is general. That's a gender neutral term, just in case. Just letting you know.
No, but like, do you care?
It drives me nuts if I have to like.
No, that they think that people think that.
I don't really care, but it's annoying.
Funny.
It's funny.
It's funny that they think their time is so precious. It's like you can't call them. Like your vocal cords need to rest all day.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Because then I will call them more just to mess with the teens.
Yeah, straight up.
I am that like aunt
Yeah.
will annoy you.
You know who does call me?
Your aunt?
Mike, if you're listening to this,
Oh.
thanks, man, for always picking up my phone call and calling me.
Nice.
He communicates normal. He texts and he'll call.
Maybe it's not all young people.
Mike's a little bit older. He's like in his mid-20s.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like teens now.
Yeah. Actually, his brother is 19. He calls me.
And actually, some
And I
people have
appreciate that.
anxiety about that.
Really?
Yeah, which I understand if you're like nervous about it. But if you've grown up as an introvert too, like a lot of people don't like phone calls, phone interviews. They don't like it.
Man, imagine them in a drive-through. Oh, welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you?
Working at it.
Yeah. That's the same as a phone call.
Yeah, it is. 'Cause
Basically,
you don't see them.
Yeah.
You see them in a sec.
Yo, I wonder if there's any introverts who have worked at a drive-through, who are fine in a drive-through but weird on a phone call.
Maybe they just get used to it because they have to do it so much.
Yeah, it's like me. I'm weird. I have no problem talking to people at all, strangers, friends, whatever,
Face to face, yeah.
face to face, or like randoms.
Yeah.
But on YouTube, if we film a video, I get weird.
Or in drive-through, you're weird. You're better now.
Drive-through, yeah.
Or on the phone.
Why do I get so weird in drive-through,
It's
man?
so funny because you brought it up yourself too. Drive-through.
I don't understand
I'm like,
that.
who are you talking about? Yourself?
Drive-through is so strange
You
for me.
also-
Sometimes I get like,
When you talk
Amped
to your
up.
friends on the phone,
no, you know what?
I
You
have
make it
to
worse, though.
leave.
You make it worse,
oh my
though.
God, it's like, ask the question, like say it. Like, it's so, guys, maybe girls can relate to me.
No, we are to the point. We are. We just don't have
No.
details, and you don't like that.
No, it's
You're trying to eavesdrop.
So,
That's what it is.
no. It's like simple time and a place for a funeral. We'll take like, yeah, pause, like this long.
Yeah, but they're talking on the other line.
No.
You just can't hear them.
They're not. Trust me, because there's no conversation for like a good 10 seconds. That's a long time on the phone.
But we figure it out.
I know girls know what I mean. Some guys on the phone, not all guys obviously, are just so weird. Like, just talk about it.
I don't know.
What's the holdup?
I don't know. There's no hold up.
You know
what?
what?
Do you need?
Next time I'm going to record this guy and I'll make sure he doesn't know. And then I'll play it for you guys. It's like,
You're gonna be like,
It's
wow,
like
what
this-
a normal conversation.
it's like, especially like
You
you,
can't-
and
okay.
Travis. When you and Travis talk, I'm pulling my teeth out. It's definitely less painful than that.
Okay, so
Okay, so I'll come and get you. Okay,
he's talking
like that.
It's not just dead air. Okay, you can't screen it. You can't just choose which ones are the worst. If the one you choose to record, that's the one you have to show them. Okay?
Sure.
From now on.
If Travis calls you, I'm on it because I know it'll be weird. It's so funny. People are so different.
You're different. I like your
I'm the
phone
best.
calls. Hard to argue with that.
You know what? It's funny. I say these kind of comments in our podcast, and then when we get comments like that guy was saying that you're whipped, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I called whatever he was saying.
Yo, this guy's just spitting.
I hope this guy's like, yo, see,
Yeah,
that one
please.
was for you.
Please. Please. I wish anybody who wrote like a negative comment, you could challenge them to a duel in a
What kind
in a
of duel?
place, like
Like a gun duel?
any kind of thing. Any kind of duel that was like non-lethal,
Like a slap
even
game.
physical slap game. Yeah.
You know those slap competitions? My
Yeah.
hands are heavy.
Tina has some weight behind her hands. Trust me, I've felt them hands. She's let them go. She does a
I'm like-
slap in the back of my neck.
Yeah.
It's just dead. It's like her whole arm just is just dead weight.
Or
and
when
just,
I bite your chin.
I don't know what's going on there, but my chin,
His chin is so
It's-
sensitive. It's because you have a tiny, toony chin.
it's the skin. It's not like it's like the little pinch that she does.
I
It
got.
freaking kills.
It's the best feeling.
I hate it.
And you
It's
hate
one of
it,
the
and so
worst
I love
feelings.
him more.
Oh man. You know what would happen if people were to duel people
What?
on negative comments? It'd just be a bunch of big dudes commenting negative stuff so they had a reason to duel somebody. And then it would become a sport and then people would get paid to do it.
Yeah, they'll ruin it for us.
Or ruin
Real
it.
duelers.
Yeah.
Is that what?
I want like those people who are like sitting behind their keyboard like, you're a loser.
It's like a
It's
10-year-old.
like, come on. Yeah, exactly.
Who follows Andrew Tate?
Oh man.
Damn, if you have a 10-year-old and they follow Andrew Tate, you need to do some research on how to get your child into therapy as fast as you can.
Honestly, man, if people who follow like who are on that, you're sure you have that. You see his logic, you see it's fine. Some of the stuff, 50% of the stuff is just literally the same stuff anybody would say. Okay.
It's not even 50 with Andrew Tate.
Okay, not even 50. I'm just saying the stuff that's like, yeah, cool.
I get what you mean.
It's just normal stuff, right? That anybody would say. But I feel like there's gonna have to be like a lot of what is it when people have to go back on what they've said?
Oh, like go back on what they said.
Yeah, like there's gonna be a lot of that. Like in people,
Regret.
there's gonna be a lot of regret, I feel,
Yeah.
in that. Like that's some primitive mindset. Like
Yeah, man, you have to remember, like, being on the internet and putting yourself on the internet, that's gonna last forever, whatever you say. Even for us, you know, whatever we say.
we just said that.
Yeah, we just said that. That's gonna stay on the internet, right? But because I've listened to the things that Andrew Tate says, and it's so what's that word? Derogatory?
Yeah, derogatory.
Towards just women in general, and how he treats women in general, and he
There's no
thinks they're so
balance,
dumb.
man. There's no balance.
I wouldn't even just say balance. He's just like, he's trying to make money and he knows how to. He's smart in that way, not other ways. He's not intelligent. He's smart on how to make money from like young, you know, like naive
Impressionable.
kids. Yeah, impressionable kids. Like I remember last year,
But even
during
adults
school
are
time,
falling for this. Like, what is that, man?
yeah, for sure. It speaks to them, to a part of their heart. Like let's say the person who commented on our video, on our last video, if you want to go read his comment, go ahead. We left it. We're not going to delete stuff. If even that person, like that person, if he is a he or a she or whatever, and they are an adult and they're writing that, that's the type of audience he would have.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is fine. Like, you can be that way. It's just such a bitter life, man. Like,
Yo, if you're commenting negative comments on posts, you're a very, very immature person. Mentally, I would say 100%.
yeah,
You
or
can't,
maybe
there's no
we
way.
get under your skin that much. That's
I
fine.
don't know, who cares, man? Who cares? You don't have the restraint to not say something.
It takes a lot.
It's a classic phrase. If you don't have some, if you won't say it to their face, don't say it at all.
Yeah, or
Okay?
like what?
Like,
No, that's not the phrase. It's like, if you
you don't
have
have
nothing
anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
anything at
But I wouldn't say anything. You don't say anything that you wouldn't say to someone's face,
all.
right?
Yeah,
Like, you
Yeah.
can't say that to my
In the
face. You're just
internet
gonna
era.
type this. I
Yeah.
can't come at you. Like, what are you doing? You little
I can't come
freaking
at you
wiener.
like beat him.
Yeah, that's a true side coming out right there, man.
I remember last year at this time when school started, there were so many. I was listening to the radio, the same one James was talking about, and there were so many teachers on the phone line talking about how they give out this like form to their students, like grade 5, grade 4. That's young, okay? And they tell them, you know, write about what you want to achieve this year and like who's your role model. And a bunch of guys, like 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old guys are writing Andrew Tate last year. And the teachers were so worried. You know, they talked to the parents. They're like, please watch what your kids are watching online. Because again, these are young kids. And then she's like, one of the girls was like, she wrote, I want to be a doctor. And then one of the guys whose role model is
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, he's like, but you're a woman, your place is in the kitchen. In this time and age, and a like 9-year-old is saying that.
You know,
Like,
it doesn't.
that's
It
not
doesn't
good for our
matter though.
society.
Yeah, like it's so that's so dumb.
But also,
so
that's
dumb.
a kid, you know, he thinks that's right. Because someone
Yeah,
he looks up to.
exactly. That's not him. It's I'm saying it's dumb, the philosophy, like that kind of
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And I grew up that way too,
Yeah.
hearing that
It was,
stuff, you know? It
yeah.
was like,
girls can't climb the tree like you were saying that
Yeah.
one time. I mean, you know, times are changing and like these things are changing. We talked about it in our last podcast, but if you want us to talk about like censorship, this is why I think censorship is actually important, because if like Andrew Tate was kicked out of all his social media platforms and I think he's back on now, right?
I think
Like
he is,
Kanye
yeah.
and
Yeah.
when they were saying controversial
Yeah.
and like racist and like all these weird stuff, and then he went to jail, Andrew Tate in general, for whatever he's doing. Only him and like the people he's done these things to know what happened.
Mm-hmm,
But
the truth.
yeah, but my point is like I actually forgot what I was gonna say. What was I saying?
You were talking about like censorship being
Oh
important.
yeah. So that's why I think censorship is important, because some people are like, well, if we don't have our freedom of speech, then like what do we have? It's not the influencer's responsibility to be responsible of what they say.
Yeah.
But I think
yeah.
as human beings, we are responsible what we say. Because you don't have to have a platform. You can say that to your child or to your nephew and change their
Yeah,
mind
exactly.
in a weird way, you know?
And it's tricky too, because the platforms that we have to speak on, if it looks good and it's like confident, it comes across as legit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, someone's going to pick that up as being legitimate.
Yeah.
And it's like tough. Like I was watching, I watched a lot of shooting, like tactical training and stuff like that. Like just like I was watching these movement drills and I saw this guy and I was like looking at it. I'm like, he seems pretty good. Like he seems to know what he's doing. He's saying this is right and this is wrong. And I was like, all right. So I'm like watching it. If I didn't like
Watch the whole thing?
look at his other stuff,
Okay.
like I would have like literally, you know, you can easily just slip into that
Wow.
bad habit stuff that guy's creating. Cause like I looked at his other stuff and it was like, yeah, I think he just got this one right, you know? And as all his other videos were like so weird and so bad and like dangerous, you know? It's like,
oh no.
yeah, it's like really bad habits. And, you know, he was just showing how to transition from standing to going to the ground. I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, I'm gonna check out his other stuff. Cause like sometimes I like, yeah, there's so much stuff out there.
Crazy. Yeah, especially now. Information overload, news overload.
Yeah.
Oh, learn this, self-help, this, that. It's confusing. It's a hard time to be a young person. So I'm kind of happy that we were in the last generation of having internet and not having it.
We're kind of can sift through,
yeah,
I think, a little easier than just ingest it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? Yeah, it's crazy.
But what is that saying? They say if be afraid of the person, of it, the human being who only has like 10% knowledge on a topic, you know, because then they think they have 100%, but realistically they have that 10%, and then that's what they're presenting to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're impressionable, you believe it, which is what's happening a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what? The first time, actually, that's like so funny that you say that, because I actually felt that like
when you were watching these videos.
No, so when I first started doing like the training, like close quarters training.
Yeah.
Before that, I thought like, yo, man, I'm like, I got this. Like, I know how to clear a room and do all this stuff and all these tactics. I got it down. Literally, the first 10 minutes, I felt like such an idiot.
Yeah.
Like it came down to the point where, like beyond amateur, like a literal baby. Like I was just crawling.
Wow.
It's like, man, your foot placement's wrong. Your knee placement's wrong. You're looking the wrong way. You're too far exposed.
Yeah.
You're too this. I felt so stupid, but I was in that 10% where I was like, yo, I got this.
I know everything.
Now I'm like, man, I'm still a baby and I have significant more knowledge.
But that's the thing about learning. Yeah. And being open to things. I think maybe we can finish on that. But like being open to things and learning and knowing that maybe you don't know everything. And I say that to myself, not just to you guys. And definitely James.
I'm just seasoned now. I'm seasoned.
That's so funny. Like we've hiked so much and still I would say I'm not a seasoned hiker. I get so tired.
Yeah, we're different. We hike different.
Yeah, we do.
We have a different agenda.
We hike for like to find a place to eat our lunch.
To eat and get a nice shot.
Nice
Get the nice
view.
shots. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad. You worry about those things so much.
We're not hiking to.
And I'm like eating my sandwich.
Yeah. No, they go hand in hand because we find a nice spot to eat
It's
and
so
film.
nice. Yeah.
But they're we don't hike to camp. That would be a different thing. I think you'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I think so.
There's less to worry about.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're hiking in clothes that you're absolutely comfortable
I
in.
can just roll around.
Yeah, you don't
roll
have to
down the
care.
hill, you know?
You know, hike in a dress.
Yeah. And like Skechers.
Skechers, yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys,
Yeah.
this was
that
a
good-
long episode. Let us know if you enjoyed the shorter ones or the longer ones. Some of our family and friends are saying, talk more. We like listening to you guys.
And we're like, yeah, we love listening to ourselves too.
We're like, yeah,
but
we're narcissists.
we were
We
thinking
love
about
ourselves.
you. Yeah. Yeah, let us know if you like longer ones, guys.
Yes.
But,
If even one person tells us, we just take it and run with it.
yeah, exactly.
So be careful what you say.
Careful what you wish for because we will
might
talk your
just
ear off.
get it. You might just- All right, guys. Love you lots. Thank you
Love
for
you guys.
supporting us and listening to us. We really enjoy this so much. So if we can make something come out of this,
Oh,
we definitely will owe you guys, right? We already
yeah.
do.
We'll pay you
From
back
your
with
love.
more episodes and longer episodes.
Oh yeah, we'll take you upstairs.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Have
Bye.
a good day.